Welcome back, everybody. Today we are going to talk about bookshop.org and why you should spend your money there over other online retailers, aka Amazon. Don't buy books from Amazon. And I sell books on Amazon, and I'm telling you not to buy from them. I'm hurting myself by that statement, but no, I think it's good. So we're gonna jump right into it with the screen share. Sharing the screen like a professional. Yeah, professionally bad at screen sharing. Haha. There we are. All right. So I've kind of not mentioned them before. I've used their links to showcase in videos before of books, but we've never really done a deep dive on them as a whole. So this is what their website looks like. So going over it, the search bar, pretty standard. Books, author, and ISBN if needed. Right at the top here, we have refer a friend, get 20% off, which is pretty neat. Let's find out what that's about real quick. Open that up. Refer a friend. Invite your friends to shop on bookshop.org, where every purchase supports independent bookstores. Give your friends 20% off, and you'll get 20% off after their first purchase. Neat. That's a pretty good deal, honestly, for a referral. They have raised $42.5 million for local bookstores. So how it works in two ways. They have a global pool of money where every purchase money goes into that pool and they divvy it up amongst the local bookstores that are working with bookshop.org. Or you, as the user, select a bookstore and that money goes directly to that particular bookstore. So you literally can support local by buying online, which is just mind-blowingly brilliant. Because let's face it, we're on our computers more than we are going out and about these days for shopping. So this kind of helps locals stay local while you not actually having to go in the physical bookstore. And I love going into physical bookstores, but sometimes it's raining out, sometimes snow, or uh, well, it's after shop hours, honestly, and you're wanting to spend money. So this helps bridge gaps that are much needed to be bridged. So we're going to go into their about page first, and I'm not sure how often they update their little banner thing here, but we got 42.5 mil on the homepage and then 40 mil on the splash. They went with the white background, which is, well, better for pictures, honestly. And then here over on the side, we have this 20% off thing again. They're really encouraging you to, well, promote them, which is cool. I do like this logo, and it is a cell phone vending machine thingy, which is neat. And you got books on the inside and their little bookshop.org here at the top. So, how it all works is bookshop.org works to connect readers with independent booksellers all over the world. We believe local bookstores are essential community hubs that foster cultural curiosity and a love of reading, and we're committed to helping them thrive. Every purchase on the site financially supports independent bookstores. Our platform gives independent bookstores tools to compete online and financial support to help them maintain their presence in local communities. How it works. I'm not a fan of the bouncy bouncy ball animation. It's cute, but too much. Anyway, you pick a store off their select a store page and select the big store you like to support. If you don't choose a store, you'll contribute to our profit sharing pool that helps all of our stores. So if you don't shop at a local bookstore, you could just support them all just by purchasing your books through bookshop.org. So you buy a book, your order will be filled directly by a distributor, and the full profit from your purchase will be sent to the bookstore you select. You'll receive a confirmation and tracking number when your order is placed, and our in-house customer service team will be standing by if you have any issues or returns. Help bookstores. We donate profits directly to bookstores, both the funds from direct purchases and our profit pool that splits between our 2,000 plus stores. Then we got some promotional things. Their mission and where our profits go. So we'll go the pie chart first. In the green, independent bookstores. That is most of it. And then a smaller piece, this purple section, goes to bookshop.org. And this red piece goes to affiliates. And this blue, charitable donation for this blue piece. I need to sign up for this red thing, honestly. Um, so going back over here to the fancy text, our mission is simple: to help local independent bookstores thrive in an age of e-commerce. Certified as a B Corp, bookshop.org puts this mission and the public good above financial interest, giving over 80% of our profit margin to independent bookstores. In 2022, B Labs announced we were the best for the world in the top 5% of all B Corps. It is written in our governance documents that we will never sell the company to Amazon or any major U.S. retailer. Amazon's the enemy. We don't like them. Ah. And as a climate neutral company, we are committed to operating sustainability. So they got their little thingy here. B Corp certification is designation that a business is meeting high standards of verified performance, accountability, and transparency on factors from employee benefits and charitable giving to supply chain practices and input materials. And they got more information here, but they already have their Trustpilot. So Trustpilot, it's a website, make sure people are doing what they say, and it rates them on their trustworthiness, I guess. So they got a 4.9. They got an award here, Winter Fast Company 2021 World Changing Ideas Award, and it has the highest customer service rating of any online bookstore in the world on Trustpilot. Pretty nifty. So, well, before we go down to their history, where did their thingy go? I clicked it, more information. It goes here. All right. So close that. So, oh, that's just a redirect. Okay. Is that right? Open. Yeah, okay. That doesn't do much for me. Okay, going on. Our history. Bookshop.org began as an idea to help support bookstores and their community as more and more people are buying their books online. We saw an opportunity to create an alternative to Amazon for socially conscious online shoppers. Amazon sells over 60% of all books in the US and is growing. That shift threatens the future of bookstores and will hurt readers, authors, and publishers who rely on a diverse, healthy ecosystem for books. We had a better idea: give readers the convenience of online shopping while supporting independent bookstores at the same time. So, unfortunately, I'm an independent bookseller. I'm not an independent bookstore. So, as much as I would love to give all the books I find in the world to bookshop.org, they won't let me. I'm not a storefront. So that's my only squintable thing here, but that's more of like a wish list, as someday I hope they will deal with people like me so I can stop selling on Amazon, because that would be great. I don't like Amazon either, but I like the money. So we launched in January of 2020 with just 88 bookstore partners and a team of 4 passionate book people. As the COVID-19 pandemic surged, our growing platform helped our community of independent booksellers survive shutdowns. That spring, traffic to bookshop.org hit 1 million users in a single day. By the end of 2020, we had grown to over 1,000 bookstores and distributed over $10 million in profits. Bookshop.org has since expanded internationally, launching in the UK. 78% of our customers said they regularly bought books from Amazon before they made the switch. I mean, we all have. We've all bought from Amazon. It's just a convenience thing, is all. And then they have various news articles you can read in your own time. A long fact page. Can a partner advertise with bookshop.org? Absolutely. Blah, blah, blah. The Canada only ships to the US, but we also have UK and ships to England, Scotland, blah, blah, blah. Sorry, Canada. No bookshop.org for you. You report issues. Is there any? Yeah, just defective, whatever. How to return? Yeah, standard. Um, they do sell ebooks. We'll be visiting that in just a moment. And so, yeah, here it goes. 10% of direct and affiliate sales on bookshop.org are added to an earning pool that is evenly divided and distributed between independent bookstores every 6 months, so twice a year. Stores that are affiliates also can share their bookshop.org links on social, email newsletters, or on their websites to earn 30% of the cover price, the full profit margin, on any sales that generate without having to do the work of keeping inventory, picking, packing, shipping, or handling complaints and returns. All books are sent from our wholesaler, Ingram, not the bookstore's actual inventory. How does bookshop.org promote local bookstores? Every receipt informs customers about bookstores near them. So they'll give you an actual tangible receipt within the radius of your region. They'll have a couple bookstores on there. If a bookshop.org customer opts in, their local bookstore will be given their email address. Affiliate stores can create recommendation lists, staff picks, etc. on bookshop.org, boosting their visibility and earning a commission on every single sale generated from the list. And then how do you set up an affiliate? Do affiliates, blah, 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 blah. More affiliate nonsense. What does bookshop.org's packaging look like? I would have preferred them to have a picture here, but they're pretty neat. They're kind of the fold over cardboard things. They aim to create as little waste as possible, and they're a climate neutral company. How much money do they keep? So the publisher is generally paid about 50% of a book sale price, and the publisher pays the author. About 20% goes to our customer discount, payment processing, and fulfillment cost. If you're a bookstore customer, the remaining 30% goes to the bookstore you choose. If you're an affiliate customer, 10% goes to the affiliate, 10% goes to the bookstore profit pool, and 10% goes to bookshop.org. If you're a direct customer, 10% goes to the bookstore profit pool, and 20% goes to bookshop.org. In 2021, 81% of our gross profit margin went directly to independent bookstores. That's a large profit margin. Who owns it? Bookshop.org is not backed by venture capital or corporate money. We have a small group of investors who are passionate about books. Our owners include Andy Hunter, founder, the American Booksellers Association. We've talked about them some. Morgan Intrikin, William Hurst, Robert Terry McDonald, Kevin Morris, Michael Zilka, and the Bookshop.org employees. Bookshop.org's board of directors include these people. Yes, those people. You got to look at your screen. But anyway, reporting. What is this? Oh, affiliate reporting. Okay, don't care. I do care because I do want to become an affiliate of some kind at some point, but you don't care, so we're going to go on. What does a bookshop.org discount, or why does bookshop.org discount books? If you notice that they're doing sales constantly, we'll go over sales in a minute, but viable alternative for customers may continue to discount books, but to minimize price difference between in-store purchases and online purchases, we will limit discounts to 10% under. All discounts come out of the bookshop.org share of the profits, not the bookstore. So they're taking on the burden of any sales and not hurting independent bookstores, which is cool. A customer wants a title not in inventory. Can I get it from on my storefront? Currently, we're limited to the books in Ingram's catalog. We hope to expand our inventory partnerships in the future. Until then, see if you can get the title distributed by Ingram directly. Do they share your info? For normal affiliates, the answer is no, due to respect for customers' privacy. For bookstores who use bookshop.org to sell books, yes, unless the customer opts out. So it's a choice for the bookstore if you want to give your info to bookstores or not. We consider these customers your customers, and every sale generated through your store's affiliate link is made available to you. How does bookshop.org, don't care, can bookshop.org take the place of my store's website? Any bookstore that wants to use bookshop.org to sell books online can do so free of charge. Bookshop.org allows you to sell books online and earn 30% of the cover price without worrying about inventory fulfillment, shipping, returns, or customer service. Bookshop.org's pages can feature a short bio, social media links, and a series of book lists curated by your store. If you'd like to have a website that features event listings and ticketing, signed pre-order campaign, custom merch, in-store pickup, etc., we recommend setting up a website through the ABA, or Indie Light or Indie Commerce. Do I need to provide my bank details? This is money stuff. How do I list our bookstores on bookshop.org? Any books in Ingram's inventory are automatically listed on bookshop.org. Do you in-store pickup? Not allowed for in-store pickup yet, but we hope to in the not too distant future. This is cool. I hope they allow this. If my question isn't answered here, send them an email. Cool. All right. So we got the terms of use. That's a bunch of blah blah. Um, this is, I believe, how you contact them for promotions, the contact us form, and if you're looking for a job. So for those that care, IndieBound kind of switched over to bookshop.org, and they do a bunch of explainersons on how this works. I'll let you peruse that on your own time, but I thought I'd let you know since they let me know. And current job, if you are a mid-level mobile software engineer, they're hiring. Yay. Go get a job. All right. Resources for booksellers. So, they have a bunch of these little widgets, which are bookseller facts, getting started user guide, educational one sheets, working with schools, book list library, promotional assets and posters, videos for booksellers, weekly bookseller email archive, site-wide promotional opportunities, how-to links and widgets. And yeah, so I've clicked on a few of these. We're not going to go over them in too much detail, but let's look at the bookseller fact. And they're just going to transport you in most of these to their Google Drive page, and you can open the documents for there. So if I click on this one, just a long, well, it's not too terribly long, but it is a list of how it works. So let's click on something here. Working with schools. How does this work? Virtual school fairs, Mr. Smile, Mr. Smile. So if I click this, okay, so it's just promotional handout stuff. Same thing here, an alternative, and what's this one? Blah, blah, blah. Oh, this is a long PowerPoint. Well, it's not long. I keep saying that when it's not. So let's go on over here. They do offer gift cards up to $1,000 for any one gift card, and you can send it like this little quilting thing. And then how gift cards work. Yay. And then this is become an affiliate. That is directly on their page at the very bottom. I'll get to that in a moment. I have a bunch of information here on all things affiliate. And then ebook support, I believe you have to use their standalone application to use ebook app. And that's how that all works, along with a gigantic fact page about ebooks. And then this is what their support page looks like. It's pretty streamlined. I do like how they have the support ticket at the top. It's not buried at the bottom or in the middle in some dumb place. And then they have it again up here, which is fantastic. So, yeah, I'm already signed in. So if I click my little account thingy here, so I have an ebook library, my wish list and registry, and the account. So we're going to click on my account, blah, blah, blah. This is what I like. They have a wish list and a registry. So if I click on create new, so you can name the wish list, and then you can do this affiliate setting and this optional text, whatever. So the registry is turn on registry setting to convert your wish list into a registry. This allows you to set a shipping address to direct all purchases made from your list, as well as set desired quantities for each individual item. The shipping address is never visible to anyone but you. So if you're part of a group, like a book club or a reading group or a church group or something like that, this is pretty cool for that, or a library or a school. And then they have this affiliate setting as well where the wish list to your favorite bookseller affiliate. In doing so, all purchases made from your wish list will benefit the linked bookseller or affiliate through commissions earned from each sale. So that is pretty cool. That is a step above and beyond your traditional wish list there. So let us go to the very beginning of bookshop.org. There we go. So their navigation bar is pretty straightforward. I like it. You have the rotating banner thing here. I think that is fine. It's got a little pause button if you want to pause on it. And if we scroll, we got new books, bestsellers of the week, and then they have a bajillion categories. Wacky, wonky, small books make great stocking stuff for gifts. Oh, what fun it is to gift the Running Press Holiday Guide. I do like how they say how many is in the carousel or the view all. Can I view all 70 in the carousel? That's a good question. I don't know. It looks like it. And then I have this little slider wheel as well to go faster if I want to. So that is super neat. I like being able to stay on a centralized hub and not having to go open different URLs and toggle back and forth nonsense. So that's pretty neat. They got some advertisements. I mean, if you can use an ad blocker if you want. Now, the thing I didn't like, let's say we're up here and I'm looking for their about page. Outside of me control Fing, because that would probably be easier. I have to scroll. This is me using the scroll wheel. And this is me using the page down button. I have to go down quite a ways to know where the heck the about page is. It seems like an eternity. Now, I'm not your normal user. I know to use Control F and I know to hold down the page down button. But to be fair, a lot of people are still illiterate when it comes to computers. So finding this info for I'm going to call it a typical user, pain in the butt. So I would have liked them to have this information in their navigation bar up here. Now, I do appreciate how the navigation bar is like frozen and comes down with me. They're doing a lot of smart things, and this is a very much a small gripe. Also, their social medias are down here. I would have no idea. So again, I think at least the socials and the about page should be up at the top there. They do have the gift cards there, and they have well, it's an ebook section, but I don't know if there's a fact there. But what else would have been missing? Um, this author and the bookstore and the careers that can kind of stay down there. So maybe even if it's a simple button that directs you automatically down to the down page, great. But I think they could play around with their navigation bar a little bit. Um, they got the accessibility notice, the certified B Corp, and their payments they accept. And there's some other nifty things down here. So let's go peruse their actual books. So what's in special offers? So that's a load of deals. 15% off new books from Flaterion. 15% off We Were Liars best-selling suspense. 15% off Bloomsbury. That's neat. They got some manga from Viz off and Random House. University of California Press, yay. And Seven Stories Press, more yay. And that's not all of them. This is just a small sampling. So if I click the See All Offer Special Offers button, I'm going to get a lot more. Go away, ad. Go down to the bottom of the depths to see where you belong. And then they'll show me individual titles with their markdown on there. But yeah, there is a lot of deals. And I've noticed this throughout the year. Yeah, I probably paid more attention to it than I normally would. But for like I don't want to call them holidays, book awareness days, I guess is a better way to put it. Like Women's Literature Month or banned books. They'll have specific discounts for those book holidays. So they're staying on track of all those trends. I mean, it's November, December time, and we have the holiday stuff somewhere in here. Yeah, holiday gift books. But they're very cognizant and aware of what's going on in the book world, and that's pretty cool to see. So over here we have new books. New books. Um, they have a little write up here, which is pretty cool. And then yeah, you just scroll for however long you want to scroll for till you find something that's your fancy. And then pre-order offers, it's pretty straightforward. Um, he looks, I don't know what's going on over there in the background, but he's interested. She looks kind of bored, I guess. And let's see what else we got here. Okay, just again a small sampling of pre-orders. Yeah, refer a friend, 20% off. Yay. Ah, man, gotta go back. I wish the nav bar would follow me. Bestsellers. So, those emojis are funny, or those little graphics are funny, rather. Anyway, thing about bestseller list and website, running website before, I can control what's a bestseller and what's not. I know I can, and I know these guys can too. Or there's the option of most sales wins, right? So I'm not saying they're up to anything nefarious or they're rearranging things, but be aware in general on all websites that a bestseller list may not necessarily be a bestseller. It's what the website owners want you to buy. But that notwithstanding, let's look at what they're calling bestsellers. And they can go by categories as they have for fantasy and then of the week. Let's see what people are buying for the week. I may be offended, but whatever. Sawyer Lee and the quest to just stay home, nobody's girl, be your own bestie, flesh. Oh no. The Alchemy Journal, the Gales November, the Correspondent, something from nothing, a cookbook, the Strength of a Few, the Look. Oh, a dictionary. Shuck. Brigands and Bread Knives. I like the artwork on that. Turtle Island. That's kind of neat sounding. Beautiful Year, Bread of Angels. How about now? And then read this when things fall apart. Cool. I like it. Separation of Church and Hate, The Land in Winter, Good Things. Sonia and Sunny, The River Has Roots, blah, 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 blah. Oh, that's cool. They're encouraging you to pre-order stuff. It's a little neat. So then I can go over here to the fiction drop down, where my options currently are, at least on the miniature one, romance, horror, comics and graphic novels, fantasy, LGBTQ plus fiction, manga, mystery, thrillers and crime, historical fiction, poetry, literature, science fiction, and then see all. I want to see everything. Show me all of it. The full Monty. Okay, so I was hoping for a list. I mean, it's kind of a list, but um, okay, it's got a format drop down. That's useful. Okay, I don't get what I want, but honestly, of their main things, I probably lean toward their horror, the graphic novels, maybe a mystery, maybe a manga, maybe a science fiction, maybe a fantasy over there. So if I wanted Grim Dark, can I control F and find it? Grim, Grim? I get nothing. Okay. That's probably because the more I scroll, the more it loads, I'm gonna guess. So we yeah, see it's loading closer I get to the bottom of the page. That's okay though. So ha, legends and lattes. Amused. Okay, that's good enough. And then in nonfiction, we got history, science, technology, LGBTQ, nonfiction, travel, spirituality, religion, cooking and wine, education, parenting, self development and hobbies, politics, business and investing, biography, memoir, arts and photography, humor and games. See all nonfiction. Okay. Versus recommendations, brand new book gift guide, popular nonfiction. Okay, so my only other gripe is I would like a full list of genres because if I'm in a particular genre mood, let's say I wanted steampunk or a different layer of steampunk than just general, I would like to go on a more granular level than I think these are makeshift, wacky, wonky small books make great stocking stuffers. Okay. Political books people are reading now. They kind of have their own micro niches created by somebody's opinion. And that's all well and good, but I'm not personally a fan of that. That's not to say I couldn't go up to their search bar here and let's see if I can just type in steampunk. What's going to happen? Okay, I did a pretty good job. Clockwork Depths, Mechanical Turk, Sky Pirate, Gay Steampunk Novel, Steampunk Tarot. So I will settle for this. If it works in the search bar, great. But I still would like a list for me to click on. Ghost by Gaslight. See, that's a different type of Gaslight's. Anyway, I'll do a video on Gaslight at some point. A Steampunk's Guide to Sex. Okay. We're in dangerous waters here, Johnny. We gotta abort mission and get back on task. Going to the young adult section where hopefully it's safe. Um, was there a drop down for YA? There was not. So best-selling YA. The Forest of Stolen Girls. Interesting. It's got some award sticker on it. I will say all the imagery is very sharp and clean. That is very nice. And they have the author underneath the book, which I like as well. Can I click just all one clickable thing? So if I click on a book, We Are Not Broken is what I clicked on by George M. Johnson. Um, I can then subsequently click on the author's name and find out, I guess, anything he's attached to. Well, maybe not. But he might be mentioned somewhere in here. Okay. So that's pretty neat. I would have liked that to have on the front end here, the George M. Johnson is a separate click. So if I'm curious about the offer before I even look at the book, I'd be able to look at it from this level. But it's really awesome that they have it here at all because a lot of stores do not. And then we got our format, and then you can either add it to your cart, or add it to your wish list. It's got a book description, pretty compact. Product details, if you're interested in page count, then a little thing about the author, and yep, that's pretty much it. So if I click on the audio CD, pretty much same deal there. Oh, it's got reviews on this one. Neat. And then same for our ebook, I believe. Yay. All right, going on to kids' books. Kids' books. Oh, different little graphic. It's cool. Julian is a mermaid. Okay. We are the water protectors. The 1619 project on the born water. Anti-racist baby. Alrighty then. Change sings. Cool. Continuing on. Oh, there we did a video on the wild robot. See it right there? What's our category? Most recommended kids books of 2025. Very neat. Then we have this Misfits thing. Um, oh, they have the ages here. Perfect. So I can just scroll till I find the age bracket of said child. 0 to 2. Wow. Okay. New York Best Time Seller. Kids books, I guess. Indie. All right. So if I go onto the little last tab here, games and puzzles, they are indeed games and puzzles. So we have gory gifts. That's pretty, and it's Gorey, gory, by the way. Matching memory and flashcard games, Flux, inventive card games, amazing board games on bookshop.org, best-selling games and puzzle books on bookshop.org, and then it's got your format. What do we got for format? Oh, okay. Oh, these are books, I think. Oh, these are logic and skill books. Got it. That's why there's a format section. And yeah. So we're gonna stop the screen share. Gonna look you in the eyes. Not really, because it's a computer monitor and that's impossible. But I would encourage you to highly consider, at least for books, stop buying from Amazon and start buying from bookshop.org, or go to your physical bookstore, or go to your local library that's also in the physical plane. I think supporting the book industry is good, and the more money that goes in the hands of the subsequent people down the totem pole, the more books will stay in an ever presence in our lives. Because if bookstores go away, that's a physical footprint that's gone forever. And this, I think, is a good step forward to helping them stay around, even though it's purchased through a digital means. They're still getting some money. They're getting a kickback, which is very important. Because running a brick and mortar, that's no joke. That's hard. Um, and hopefully, and this is a request from me to bookshop.org. If you can allow us little small booksellers that are not bookstores, we'll gladly switch over from Amazon and eBay to help you out here and us. Because I'll tell you right now, we aren't pleased with Amazon um, or eBay at times. I mean, it's how we make our money, but I think we can work in a more efficient way in our category or chosen field of books. I'm not talking about everything sellers, just booksellers. With programs like bookshop.org, or maybe there's another website that'll come around that we can then work with, because we kind of have to play by Amazon's rules. Well, we had to play by any website's rules, I guess. But that is my strong request. Consider us even smaller than bookstore people. We would love to work with you. I promise we would. But we're growing a little long here, so I'm going to take a drink of coffee. And if you got coffee, you can drink it now too. We can drink coffee together. It'd be fun. And if you like what we're doing here, I do have a Patreon. I'll have a link to bookshop.org and the Patreon link down below. We're getting a book club started in January. We'd love to have you come and read with us as we take our journey. Yeah, and I think that is going to do it for. Oh, I forgot the silly important thing. If you could also like, comment, and subscribe, that'd be cool too. Leave a comment. If you disagree with me, tell me. Leave a comment. And I think that's going to do it for today. So, as always, keep on booking on.